What a majestic sight. Hello, welcome back to our adventures here in southern Sweden, putting the finishing touches to this big studio in an even bigger old Swedish cow barn. The reason this insanely tall tower is in the middle of the room here is because I am finally getting these beautiful old lampshades up on the ceiling. I've done one and a half so far, 4 more to go. So that's going to be the first part of this video. The second part of this video is going to be me building some big membrane absorber things in the corners, in the far corners, to act as kind of huge bass traps, basically. I've been consulting more with Morten from Proveno about the best way to do this. The curtains already made a huge difference last week, but yeah, I can still hear in here. I would like it to be a little more under control. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers and members from last week's video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're feeling generous, then join our channel membership by clicking the little join button down below. Yeah, wish me luck. Yeah, all right. Wasn't too bad. 3 down, 3 to go. Because these are from like big old halogen lights, I had to get these adapters. These are called Goliath fittings, E40. So I've got the adapter Goliath to E27. That goes in first. And I got one of these little splitter guys. Right. Okay, that is it. Last one. Right, this can stay here for now. We'll dismantle it. We'll semi-dismantle it. This is pretty wild. It is really nuts how much lighting just finishes off a place. I know it's such a cliche. Look, I even found my my UV strip that I've got here. That's shining on the curtains, just to test out how much they glow. It's a nice kind of. It's a nice sort of underwater green. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, this is just I should be getting emotional right about now because this is really starting to feel pretty finished. Well, obviously the next thing I need to do now is build some bass traps. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, the way that these things work, as far as I'm aware, is that sound comes in like this, hits the front of the absorber, which is a thin, in my case it's MDF. I think you can use thin plywood as well. I've got 6mm MDF. It hits that, which basically, because it's thin, it acts like a kind of diaphragm or a membrane, and it vibrates, and the air inside here acts like a spring, and this whole thing here acts as a kind of dampening mechanism. At the same time, all the sound waves that end up in here kind of bounce around and end up getting absorbed into the insulation. And I think the idea of this being kind of not square and kind of wedge shaped is that you're going to cover more frequencies, I think, than if it was just a kind of square thing like this, because you're going to get sort of differences and kind of variations in the resonant structure, I suppose. Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? Probably not. Right, so the way this is going to work is this is going to screw onto the wall in the corner. I've already done another one which is waiting in the studio, and it's going to be filled with 145mm thick wood fibre insulation, which will sit basically on this level going through. So this will be like an open cavity, and then I'm going to face it with some 6mm MDF, which is lying over there. So my plan is to paint these, hang them on the wall, put the insulation in, and then I will make the MDF covers, screw those on, and then I will figure out a nice way to fabric the front of the MDF. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I'll just put the lid on, and then I will do the other side. There you go. A few little rough edges, but I will fix these when I do everything else. So next week is going to be the rest of this wall, at least, with a bit of luck. Maybe even the rest of the room. I think once I get into the flow of making these panels, I can churn them out pretty quick. Okay, so thanks again to Morten in Norway for all of your help. And thanks to you for watching until the end. I will see you again next week for more adventures. Until then, look after each other. Lots of love and goodbye.